Hi, this is Dan Mullenkamp, President of the Coldwater Chamber of Commerce, and from Preferred Marketing Strategies and Preferred Insurance Center. We're going to do a short little video as to why you need a digital presence. Okay? First thing I want to point out, this is an article from March 18th of last year. Yellow Pages went bankrupt. Now they're not gone. They have restructured, but there's a reason they go bankrupt. It's because people use their cell phones to find phone numbers anymore, and that depends on a Google presence. You need to be in that digital world or people will not find you. And you may have a flow of regular clients now, and there'll always be some other clients coming in. They drive past your business or whatever, but the digital world is where people find you. My kids have no idea how to use Yellow Pages, and I haven't used the Yellow Pages in years. Everything is on our cell phones, all right, or online. And I want to show you how this works. Okay, if you go to Google and you type in restaurants, now Google, they know where you're at based on the IP address of the computer you're using. If you're using a cell phone and you turn on the GPS, they know exactly where you're at, and it's a tremendous service. It might be a little scary, I guess, when you think about it, but it really is an incredible service. If I do a search for restaurants, look what comes up. Now this is because restaurants are popular. It doesn't do this with every business, but a listing of the local restaurants comes up, and it shows reviews. Now you have to have more than 5 reviews, I think, to get a star rating. And the active businesses that have active Google Plus pages, pictures show up. Otherwise, it's a map as to where you are. And if you click on one of these, you'll be taken to that business's Google page. All right, and it shows a picture of the outside of the business. It has information about it. It's very interesting what that is capable of doing. Now, what you'll find of interest here is that if you scrolled along here, there are restaurants missing. Alright, and they're missing because they don't have a digital presence. They haven't filled out their Google Plus page. They haven't, maybe they don't have a website at all, but they're missing, and that can't be. You're not going to do well in that world. Now let's try something else. We'll do a different business, and I'm going to pick on my own, okay? Because if something comes up I don't like or something like that, I don't want to pick on anybody else, but let's do auto insurance. Okay. Now again, Google is aware of where you're at. The first few articles are paid. You really can't do anything about that. The next ones are ranked on what they believe to be popular for people who put in auto insurance for a search. And then there's a little section, and I'm hoping I can get it to come up well here, but it's a local listing section, and you'll see it there. Now come on, cooperate with me here. I'm never very good at scrolling, but it shows based on where my cursor is. It shows the local businesses, and I'll hand it to everybody. I think every local insurance agency is on here. And if you rest your mouse over one of them, their Google Plus page comes up. And you'll see some of them are a lot more interesting than others. Okay? Now, they show a whole bunch of photos. But it's pretty amazing how well this works. Google has become very local oriented. And if you're on a cell phone, this is what comes up first. The ads the ads may be on top, they may be on the side, depending upon your cell phone, things along those lines. And then down here are listings based on what they believe to be somebody might be looking for who searches for auto insurance again. Okay, so that's why you need a digital presence. Now, what kind of digital presence do you need? I am strongly in favor of blog type websites, or at least a website where you can easily once a week once every other week, go in and put an article of some type on. And I'll show you what I mean by that. This is one of our members, Southside, and they have a blog, and it's very interesting. Their web page, and I think Rose did this all herself, or maybe she had a little help from Becca Wenning setting up the blog part of it. But when you go to their home page, it's very much about their business, all right? But then they have the Southside blog, and all it is a reverse order, the most recent on top, short little things that they're involved in, that they're sponsoring, specials they may have, and they put them in here, and people can find them, pictures. And as I said, they're in reverse order, and the more they add, the more they're going to show up there. Now again, I'll pick on my own business, Preferred Insurance Center. Ours is set up very similar. You click on Read Our Blog, and we have, because Matt House, he's my marketing guy, does a fantastic job. I mean, he's got like 300 entries in this thing. It's unbelievable. But tons of articles, and they don't all have to be about insurance or about your business. They can be about anything you want. People love to hear about your kids. They love to hear about funny things that happen, in your life or whatever, or in your business, and they love advice that you can help them with. All these things get read. We have a Valentine's Day entry is our last one in there. So, there's a lot of interesting stuff can show up on these blogs, and they can be made to look very, very interesting. Now, what does that do for you? One, when you have changes to your website, people interact, and Google loves fresh information. They don't just want a stagnant brochure type website anymore. So I kept the auto insurance one up here because we're so active that it doesn't, even when you get past the local listings and you're to where it could be anybody in the state of Ohio, Preferred Insurance Center shows up here, as does Heritage, but they show up here across the whole state because it's active. We're in here for Esurance. We're competing with Esurance and Nationwide and Progressive because we have an active blog. Our rankings are really good. But you don't have to have that kind of presence necessarily, but you could. But it's because you have fresh content on your website. Now, fresh content on your website is going to do one more thing for you locally. All right? If you go to the Chamber of Commerce page, we have a page called Connect. Now, this right now doesn't necessarily look as pretty as it can, but as we get more members, I'm able to refine how this is going to look. But all these little short things, and these here, the first ones are from Hometown Opportunities. They have a very active page, so a lot of things show up. But if you have a blog and you want me to, we can, Preferred Marketing Strategies can get out there and we can capture feeds from your blog and have them show up here, and people can read the articles, see your videos, see your pictures, and more importantly, there's this link. It says something like jump to the original article or something like that, and when they click on it, it brings them out to your page. And that's exactly what you want. And we are hoping to turn this chamber page into some place where people go to find out what's going on in the area. And they can sort this by category if they want to. If they don't want to see them all, they can say, you know what, I only want to see the ones about, I want to see the restaurant ones. And I think there's a category called food and restaurants in here. Oh, come on, Dan. There it is, restaurants, food, and drink. And if they pick that, now, right now, the only ones on here are ones from Southside. okay, because they're our only restaurant, and I obviously have to work on how that shows up. But we'll get it working better, and it'll work a lot better. The more people we have, the more I can make that, fine tune that thing so it actually works. Right now we only have 4 different businesses feeding into this. All right, but this connect page is going to be good for you, and it's good. An active connect page brings people back to the site, which is going to be good for everybody. So that's my short video on why you need a digital presence. The next one's going to be about how the website is set up and how it can help you in the future, and why you need to be part of this digital team. And we'll probably have links to all this on the same emails and things like that. So, but you'll be able to find it. And thank you for your time, and I appreciate your help. But you need to be involved in this.